Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2018 mid-month general readings. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome to any and all newcomers, and thank you for all your comments and feedback and support and likes and shares and subscribes. And to all of my clients out there, thank you for keeping me so continuously busy with personal one-on-one readings. And if any of you are interested in a one-on-one personal reading with me, all the info and contact details you can get by clicking on the description bar below of all the videos I post. And you can also go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the little About button. You can email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do readings exclusively 5 to 6 days a week, so turnaround time is pretty fast. I'm usually able to get back with you within the same day or the first 24 hours of initial contact with more info. So if you're interested, send me an email. We'll go from there. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also provided. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, including 6 and 12-month look-ahead overviews, channeled messages from passed on loved ones, and gift readings as well. All right, let's move right into this reading. This is for the Earth sign of Capricorn for the last 2 weeks of July. Basically, we're looking at the remainder, the last half of July. If you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those videos as well. They can resonate sometimes a little more predictively for you and just give you additional insight. Because in general readings, there's a lot of you watching, of course, and the details and specifics and intensity will vary depending on what's going on in your life. But the energy and advice fundamentally remains the same. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you for the remainder of July 2018. Okay, Capricorn, we have the Queen of Cups, followed by the Three of Wands, the Two of Swords, followed by the Hermit, looks like a decision or decisions maybe. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance as a lover is a choice. Okay, Capricorn. So Capricorn, your overall energy, your crowning card from the bottom of the deck representing kind of the focus and guidance for the remainder of July is the Lovers. This can represent a very passionate, karmically connected relationship or situation, something which is karmic. And also it represents often needing to make a choice, a pretty significant choice too, and a choice which may affect an important relationship, a significant relationship, or a primary relationship or situation, something or someone that you're karmically connected to. Because for some of you, this may be in the relationship area of your life, and that could be a romantic relationship, best friends, family. Some of you, this could also be, in the area of career, work, and finance as well. In the early tarot decks, this was not called the Lovers, it was called the Choice, and it showed a man standing in front of two women, or a woman standing in front of two men. The implication being that a choice was going to have to be made that would significantly affect the lives of everybody involved. And it's a karmic connection and a karmic choice. This does not mean that, some of you in the relationship area of your life are choosing between two people. Could always be the case for some of you. But definitely a significant choice, and it's a choice which the implication is will affect a very important or significant relationship in your life or situation in your life, if it's job, work, career of that sort, or a project. There's really a sense of kind of gestation and waiting and maybe feeling a little stuck. It does definitely look like there's a choice to be made in front of you, a decision. We also have the Two of Swords here, which is twos represent duality and crossroads and choices as well. For some of you, this decision may be about or with or somehow significant in regards to a water sign individual, showing up as the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, showing up as a female, but could be a male as well. This is somebody in the upright position, who's fairly matured and evolved. I mean, we all have our good days and bad days. Even the best of us grown-ups have, days where we act like 5-year-olds. But kings and queens represent individuals who have mastered their suit, meaning that they have grown and evolved and matured beyond the page energy, the knight energy, and they're now at a place where they're a pretty balanced place with the character traits inherent to their suit. Cups is water, so this is emotional energy, relationship energy, feelings. The Queen of Cups is probably a pretty loving, supportive, nurturing individual. Always knows the right thing to say, a great source of love and support and feedback, but emotionally balanced and grounded as well. Usually able to kind of keep their collective cool even when the situation around them may be a bit chaotic or unbalanced. You know, on just an energetic level, the Queen of Cups would represent manifesting an energy of emotional stability, being nurturing, loving, supporting, and, you know, always reaching out, but being emotionally balanced and steady and grounded as well. Now, it's accompanied and clarified by the Three of Wands, so we have fire energy here, very inspirational, creative, change, movement, action, power energy. It's usually the energy of building. It's very fluid, forward-moving, dynamic energy. And most of the cards in the Suit of Wands are about that, creating, building, manifesting, exciting energy, enthusiastic, passionate, heated energy. But out of all of the cards in the Suit of Wands, the Three of Wands, I think, is the most patient. It's the most gestative. It's a card that represents having laid the groundwork or done as much footwork as you can, and now you're waiting to see the results of what the ship that you sent out is bringing back in. It can represent being at the beginning stages of seeing your work manifest or your manifestations come to pass, but at the beginning stage, because 10s being completion, we're at the 3 here, so we're still kind of early on. So waiting to see the beginnings of things manifesting for you. Kind of a waiting, patient, gestative card. Some of you may be waiting on a decision being made that's significantly going to affect you, maybe affect you in a partnership of some kind. Some of you are in the position of needing to make a significant choice and are waiting because you're not quite sure what to do, or you're not quite sure if you want to make this decision just yet. It could be about a water sign individual, and it could also represent needing to maintain emotional stability during this process and not making this decision purely based on emotion or purely based on logic. The Queen of Cups would have a beautiful balance between those two, but kind of taking the compassionate view as well. Now, at or towards the last part of July, we have the Two of Swords and the Hermit. So Swords is air energy, and in the Tarot, this is the element which governs the Suit of Swords. In the Tarot, this is air energy is mental energy. It's energy of the mind, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's about our ideas, how we look at things, our belief systems, because that affects the way that we see and relate and communicate with the world and with people in the world outside of ourselves. The Two of Swords represents being at a crossroads, maybe feeling a bit stuck, not knowing which way to go. The blindfold can often represent too a reluctance and a resistance to see the situation for what it actually really is, or to look at it head on, because then you're going to be in a position where you have to make a decision, choose a path, set something in motion, one way or the other. And sometimes this can be a card that represents kind of keeping your head stuck in the sand because you're not ready to do anything yet, or you don't want to address something yet. Now it's clarified by and this is the second decision card. It's a smaller version of, you know, the Lovers also represents a decision and a choice. The Two of Swords is a much smaller version of that because it's a minor card, a pip card as we call them. But yeah, needing to make a decision, being at a crossroads but feeling kind of stuck, maybe not sure if you want to make this decision or choice just yet. Or you could be feeling stuck because a decision hasn't been made yet that you're waiting for. Now what clarifies the Two of Swords is the Hermit. The Hermit is a very introspective card, and the Hermit is an individual of introspection. He's spiritual, can represent a mentor, which, you know, or a respected person, which you may need to give you guidance of some kind, or you can seek out guidance from or advice. What do hermits do? Hermits, monks, other monastic people, they typically withdraw from the distractions and noise of conventional society. Why do they do this? They do this to get clarification, insight, wisdom, to be in a silent and solitary, you know, place or space in order to find answers and solutions for something. And they use the accumulation of their life's experience and knowledge so far, and perhaps feedback from trusted advisors. And it can represent being in a solitary or alone space in doing this. So some of you, I'm actually getting a feeling that a lot of you, I think more than half of you, do have a decision that you need to make, or that you're making maybe with a partner as well, but you have a share of the responsibility in making this decision, and you're feeling stuck. And I think part of you are feeling stuck because in this waiting place, or stuck because you may not want to make this decision yet, or make a choice, or do something definitive yet, because you're waiting to see something. You're waiting to see the manifestation of something. You're at least waiting to see something begin to manifest before you make a decision one way or the other. Whether it's in the relationship area of your life, regardless of the nature of that relationship, or whether it's in the job, work, career area of your life, it's like you've put work into something already. And you're waiting to see manifestation, or you're waiting to see at least something beginning to manifest. You could, and waiting is always kind of a frustrating place to be, or can be. And you may feel tempted to walk away, or set boundaries or ultimatums, or whatever, but you don't want to make a decision. You don't want to set anything into motion yet, because you're waiting to see how something begins to manifest, how it manifests, whether it starts to work out one way or the other. You're waiting to see that happen. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you're not willing to make a definitive decision yet, or you're not sure what that decision is yet, or you may be faced with a choice and you may feel like doing it is risky and maybe you should not do it, or, you know, something of that sort. And maybe feeling a bit alone in doing that. And there's, you know, when it comes to making really significant, important decisions, Capricorn, even if other people are there supporting us, or we get advice and feedback from other people, there comes a point in the decision-making process for important choices where we have to be in that space alone, and only we can actually make that decision. So you may be going through that kind of energy as well, particularly towards the end of July. So I'm not getting terribly specific advice, except maybe to get some feedback, because it just looks like you're feeling kind of stuck. So let's see what Spirit advises the majority of you to do. What is something that might be considering or influencing and helping make this decision? What does Capricorn need to think about or look at in order to make this decision? Because for some of you, the decision is going to be one thing, and for others, it's going to be something else. So let's see what you need in order to make this decision, the right decision. The Fool, Capricorn. Be a fool, Capricorn. Take a risk. Step off the beaten path. Get out of your comfort zone. That's your advice card. Now, as I always say, we live in a free will zone. You can choose to take this advice or not take this advice. I'm not a big believer in one specifically right path and one specifically wrong path, unless you're involved in a situation or relationship that's harmful, really harmful, dangerous, toxic. Then you have to get out and do what you have to do. But Spirit's advice in whatever this situation is, whatever this choice is in relation to your life, Spirit's advice is to take a look at, it looks like it might be something you view as risky, or maybe the choice that might be to your greatest evolvement may feel like a choice that's the riskier choice, because the Fool steps off the beaten path. The Fool is all about the path. He's not necessarily so much about the destination. He's about everything that happens, his life on the path. He steps off the beaten path because he wants to explore. He wants to explore the potential and promise of something. And in order to do that, you have to get off the beaten path, maybe take a risk, do something you've never done before. Get out of your comfort zone. Because how this advice manifests is going to be different. Relationships, it might be Spirit saying, do the thing that you're afraid of. Take the risk, step off the path, see what happens. In job, work, and career, advice is still the same. So let's just take a quick look, Capricorn, at what the mindful outcome might be. Mindful outcome meaning if you take the intentional advice from Spirit in making this decision. We have the Four of Wands. Happy surprises, unexpected blessings, celebration, love and abundance and gratitude in connection with the people in your life that love and care about you, friends and family. But happy surprise and unexpected blessings. That's sometimes the case, isn't it, Capricorn, or often the case. Extraordinary results come from extraordinary efforts. Unexpected happy surprises can come from taking a risk, stepping off the beaten path, regardless of what area of your life this is resonating in or manifesting in. I really feel like while you may spend the last half of July, Capricorn, waiting for something to manifest before you make a decision or before you commit to something, I feel like you should explore the potential, and exploring the potential means stepping off the beaten path and doing something that might feel a bit risky or outside of your comfort zone. You don't have to, but that is Spirit's advice to you, and that's something that will help you, I think, in making whatever decision is best for you and for your growth and evolvement, which leads to your joy and fulfillment, which is why we're here. Great reading, Capricorn. So that pretty much wraps up your July 2018 general reading. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it helpful and useful somehow. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can get all that info by clicking on the description bar below of any of the videos that I post, or the About button that you'll find on my YouTube channel's homepage. Please email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. You can also find me on the iPad, iPhone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also provided. And you can also find me on PayPal through my email address for those of you who care to donate any amount of money from $1 on up in support of my channel, which helps with the purchasing of cards, equipment, upgrades, etc. And thank you so much. I'm so very grateful for those of you who have and continue to donate in support of this channel. Thank you so very much. It's an honor. So I will see you all again, Capricorn, in a couple of weeks for the August 2018 general readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, Capricorn, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.